Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of SMG Fishing. Man, it's been a rough couple hours. To start with yesterday, about 8 o'clock in the afternoon, I decided to get my boat ready, my bass tracker that I'm building. If you guys haven't seen those videos yet, make sure you guys go to my channel and actually check out. I've got probably 10 or so videos on that one. My other jumbo is kind of inoperable right now. The eye hook on the front of it decided to, it didn't come loose, but it basically tore a crack down the hole. I could probably fish with it, but I knew the winds were going to be bad today, so we decided not to. So at about 8 o'clock, I decided to get this boat ready, my bass tracker ready to fish out of it. Not finish it, just to get it so it would float and I could use the trolling motors, and I even hooked up my live well. I got the transom aerator hooked up so it'll fill the live well. That works really good, by the way. And I also set up the aerator inside the live well so that I could aerate the water. If I caught a fish, I could keep it in the live well so I can get a picture of it at the end of the day. Thank God I did that. So I was up until about 1 o'clock in the morning, finished it up, got all the trailer lights and everything fixed up on it, cleared out my garage so I could actually pull it out. I was planning on getting on the water about 7 o'clock, but that didn't happen, which is okay because it was about 22 degrees this morning. It was freezing cold. I couldn't have stand to be out there. So, I mean, it was cold when we actually got here at 9 o'clock. And the wind is terrible today. The wind is the worst. The wind right now is the devil. We were fishing, and I had video of it. I had video of me putting it in the water the first time. I had video of me starting the live wells, and I even caught a couple decent fish. I was fishing on the dam, and there's a lower part of the dam where the spillway is. So the wind where I was at the moment was about 20 miles an hour. And I was going across the dam because I was trying to get to the other side of the lake. And being up against that wall blocked a lot of the wind. So I was going down. I have my camera, my GoPro, on a tripod in the back of my boat, and it's low. And I have a wireless microphone strapped to it, and I think you guys can see where this is going. I went parallel to the dam, and once I got to that low point in the dam where the spillway was, that wind must have been blowing about 50 or 60 miles an hour, and I didn't even think about it. I didn't look backwards until I heard the splash, and I only turned back because I thought it was the bass that I had in my live well splashing around. Nope. Sure enough, my tripod with my GoPro, with all the footage that we shot today, the footage of the very first time this boat has been in the water, all sinking to the bottom of the lake. Yes, my GoPro now lives at the bottom of Hunting Run Reservoir. The worst part about it is I dropped it in the worst possible spot. Like I said, I was right by the dam, right by the spillway. I don't know if you guys have ever fished there or not, but that spillway right there is about 60 feet deep. I tried my best to get it back. I tried to turn around quick enough to get it, but by the time I had gotten there, it was already sunk. And I tied on an umbrella rig with a bunch of weights and a bunch of jig heads with just the hooks on them, and I couldn't fish it out. I kept catching like the grate down there or something. Anyway, I wasn't going to share this with you guys just because in the moment I was so furious. And I've been trying for weeks now to get you guys a good, decent day of fishing, and I finally put it together. We'd only been out on the water for like 5 or 6 hours, and I already had 2 decent fish, and we were testing out the boat and making sure the live well and everything worked, and it was going to be a really good video. Unfortunately, I absolutely believe that everything happens for a reason, so instead of keeping this from you guys, I wanted to share it with you, let you know how upset I am, and it doesn't matter. I ended up shooting a little bit on my backup camera, so you guys will be able to see that bass. All right, check that guy out. So I think it's a female. The mouth's really small, but it's still a large mouth, and belly's not too fat. You can tell it's got a couple scars on. But overall, really good fish, really decent size, and we only spent about 4 hours out here today fishing, so it's a good deal. All right, let's get a weight on this one, and then we'll put him back. 2 pounds, 10 ounces. So a little over 2.5 pounds. This is a pretty good fish for today. Only fishing for a few hours. All right, let's get this guy back in the water. Also, since we didn't have any fishing in this video, what I'm gonna try to do is throw in a couple clips. So the first clip is gonna be the first time I actually went to Able Lake. Once again, it was cold. The water temperatures, I think, were about 48 to 50, and I was throwing, I was just throwing the entire tackle box at them. And we ended up pulling one off a really deep ledge. I believe this one was caught off of a Cinco, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And then the other one I caught was caught off of a Cinco as well. And they were both small fish, about a pound each. Second time we went to Able Lake, I ended up catching one after a really long day, and we ended up so I climbed up on the spillway and got this really beautiful time lapse of a blue sky with a bunch of clouds rolling by, and went down, and it was a huge hike. The video doesn't do it justice about how steep it was. I definitely got a workout that day. Went down and fished the creek. Right at the spillway, there's a lot of water flow right there, so there was potential for bass to be in there, but the creek itself wasn't very deep, so I don't think that there's a whole lot living right there. Probably if I went down creek a lot, then I would have been able to pick something up. So after fishing Able Lake all day and only catching that one fish, I went over to my sister's private pond. It can't be more than like an acre total. And I went over there. It was, of all things, in the middle of February, I was throwing a lunker lure buzzbait. They're really good. They make a really good sound. It kind of mimics a bluegill popping on top of the water. Bass go nuts for them, especially around dark time. But I went over there, and the one bass that I did catch, unfortunately, ended up dying. However, that pond is really overpopulated with a lot of small bass, so it really wasn't a big deal to kill a couple every once in a while. It's good for the population of the pond. If you have a bunch of fish and not enough food, they all stay really small. But if you get rid of like half that population, then you'll have some bigger fish. And because they have more food to eat, of course. That's pretty much it. I came here and caught those two fish, and I was hoping to throw a little collaboration together about winter fishing and how rough it is. And clearly it is. Clearly winter has been really rough on me. It's this incident that happened today is gonna cost me big time, and fishing is expensive as it is, but it's not the gas that I burn going up and down the road. It's not the fees that I pay for the boat slips. It's not the tackle that I buy to show you guys. It's being rough on camera equipment takes a toll, because I just lost a GoPro, which is, it was a GoPro here before. You guys know how much those are, and then a wireless microphone. I don't know if you guys have looked into wireless microphones, but they're pretty expensive. So unfortunately, I gotta replace those for you guys so we have good quality audio. That 5 seconds where I let my guard down and wasn't thinking, and that big gust of wind came over and blew that camera in there. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, it's hard, but I'm not gonna let that 5 seconds out of my entire day ruin everything. Overall, I got to come out on opening day for Hunt and Run Reservoir and was able to catch some good bass, and I was hanging out with my family. My brother and my stepdad happened to be on another boat, so it was good to see them and spend some time with them. And obviously check out my bass boat, because I've been working on that thing for months, and to be able to see that it floats and it works and it's much more stable, just like I wanted, I'm thrilled with how the day turned out, and I'm not going to let that get me down. Anyway, I'm sorry that we're doing this face-to-face rant in my truck instead of you guys watching me catch some bass, but everything happens for a reason, like I said. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you feel bad for the GoPro that will never be able to see a light of day again and any more bass, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. If you guys haven't already, make sure you go ahead and subscribe, and next time, tune in. I promise you, we're gonna have some good bass fishing. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.